Hello and welcome, my dear friend. It's a joy to have you here today, and I truly appreciate the sparkle of wonder in your eyes. Faith, especially in these uncertain times, can feel like a vast ocean that stretches beyond the horizon, beautiful to behold, but intimidating to cross. Many of us stand on the shoreline, gazing out, asking ourselves, is it safe to dive in? Will I find what I'm searching for once I'm out there? If that's you, please know there's nothing wrong with feeling a little hesitant. It's simply a sign that you long for authenticity. Sometimes people say they're praying but feel as if their words drift aimlessly in the wind. They read holy texts but find themselves wrestling with every passage. They look around and see more doubt than clarity. Yet, consider this. If you were told right now that your Creator stood beside you, like a compassionate friend who sees you at your best and your worst, would you rest your concerns in those hands without a second thought? Most hearts, when they hear that question, whisper a quiet yes. Faith in its simplest form is a choice, an unwavering, I trust you. It is not passive acceptance of every argument, nor a leap into total blindness. Rather, it's the willingness to believe that there is someone worthy of your confidence, someone who understands you more deeply than anyone else could. But this step isn't about passing a test or discovering magical proof. It involves receiving something intangible yet transformative, often called grace, a gift that's perpetually offered, though not always received. Imagine a wide open door, and just beyond that threshold stands an incredible mentor who wants to share timeless wisdom. You want to step inside, but maybe you're wearing shoes crusted with the mud of past hurts, doubts, and uncertainties. Grace is the hand that gently steadies you so you don't slip as you cross the doorway. Without grace, many of us remain on the edge, straining to glimpse the wonders, but never quite entering. With grace, the scenery changes. Every glance, every motion, every breath takes on a fresh dimension, almost like seeing color for the first time. Yet it's important to remember that we don't produce this grace ourselves, nor do we earn it through impressive achievements. Think of an apprentice working under a master craftsman. The master readily shares expertise, passion, and intricate secrets of the trade. If the apprentice shows up daily with humility and an open mind, the transformation happens slowly but surely. On the other hand, if the apprentice believes they already know everything and never listens, the teaching stalls. The master's knowledge hasn't vanished, but it can't be absorbed by a closed heart. Your faith has room to grow every single day if you're willing to participate with this guiding power. Now, what about the times when everything feels blocked? There can be obstructions, actions, or habits that wall off our hearts, moments when we cling to bitterness or refuse to forgive ourselves or others. These obstructions are more than just mistakes. They can solidify into barriers that stop the flow of grace. But the instant we turn around with sincerity and lay these burdens down, something liberating happens. Have you ever seen someone reunite with a long-lost loved one? Tears flowing, all regrets melting in an embrace. That's a small reflection of the powerful reunion that awaits anyone who surrenders their pride, acknowledges their missteps, and accepts the endless mercy waiting for them. Still, there's no denying that doubt can pester us, especially when we seek deeper faith. Some doubts originate from honest questions we're encouraged to explore. There's a wealth of wisdom spanning centuries, ready to be discovered. Other doubts, however, come like whispers aiming to undermine our confidence. These might show up at your most vulnerable moment, suggesting your prayers are futile. Recognizing those darker whispers for what they are, attempts to derail you, can help you dismiss them before they grow roots. Yet, we mustn't assume that feelings alone determine the authenticity of our faith. Emotions can be powerful and uplifting, but they can also fade quickly or trick us when we least expect it. If we chase feelings, we might end up disappointed and uncertain. Faith is planted much deeper than fleeting emotional waves. When you take that deep breath and say, "Even if I don't feel it, I know you're here," you are standing in a place of true strength. At this point, you may wonder, if faith isn't reliant on fleeting emotions, how do I nurture something that feels so intangible? The answer lies in small, consistent acts of dedication. Imagine faith like a delicate lantern you carry on a winding path. It won't shine brightly just by wishing it were so. You must tend it, adding just enough fuel and adjusting its wick so it doesn't flicker out. In a similar way, faith grows when you consciously invite a greater presence into your life, not just during extraordinary moments, but in your ordinary routines too. Consider the humble rhythm of your day. You might wake up and feel the urge to scroll through social media or rush out the door with thoughts tangled in errands, responsibilities, and all the noise of modern life. Here's an alternative. Pause, just for a heartbeat, and whisper in your mind, "Today, I'm open to discovering something new about you and about myself." That gentle invocation alone can refine your perspective, reminding you that you're not wandering aimlessly, but walking alongside a powerful ally who sees genuine value in who you are. Sometimes you may notice yourself drifting. Perhaps, in a moment of heated frustration or disappointment, you lose sight of the trust you've been cultivating. Don't let that derail you. Each slip is a chance to reaffirm your faith by acknowledging that you aren't perfect and that someone, somewhere, still believes in your capacity to learn from mistakes. Think of it like a child taking shaky first steps. People cheer not because the child has mastered walking, but because they see promise in every attempt, no matter how wobbly. As you move forward, remember that questioning doesn't make you faithless. It often means you're yearning for genuine growth. If you stumble upon a question that rattles you, instead of pushing it aside, take a moment to explore it in a calm, reflective state. There's a wealth of insight across centuries, writings, discussions, testimonies, brimming with the thoughts of those who asked similar questions. It's an endless tapestry, and you can glean strands of wisdom that resonate with you. When the question is rooted in a sincere search for truth, it can lead you to an even greater depth of certainty. There will also be times when you'll sense an invisible pushback, an unfriendly murmur that casts doubt on every tender step of progress you make. This isn't just mental static. It may well be a force that thrives on discouragement. The moment you realize this negativity is external, not generated by your deepest self, you can stand firm. Laugh it off if you must. Imagine brushing away a nagging mosquito. You have every right to be confident in the nurturing power that surrounds you. Now, let's talk about the simple but powerful practice of connecting with others who share your longing for deeper faith. These can be friends, family, or online communities where you exchange experiences, stories, and insights. Sometimes, hearing someone else articulate what you've been grappling with silently can be an eye-opener. It forms a bridge of empathy, letting you know you're not traveling this road unaccompanied. You might decide, right this very moment, to embrace a renewed perspective. I believe, even when I can't see or feel. Such a statement might seem bold, but it's often in boldness that we uncover hidden capacities for hope. If you'd like to let others know you're committing to a path of steadfast trust, consider leaving a brief comment, something like 444 or any angelic sign that resonates with you. Because sometimes small gestures have big meaning, and it might even brighten someone else's day to see that little symbol of faith pop up. When you start living from this sense of inner confidence, you'll notice shifts in your outlook. Challenges don't vanish, but they feel more approachable because you see them as opportunities to put your faith into practice. You realize that even if you stumble, you've got an anchor, a divine presence that doesn't judge you for slipping, but smiles when you stand up again. One of the most empowering realizations you can have is that faith is more than a mental exercise. It's a lived reality. You begin spotting hidden wonders in the mundane. Whether you're dealing with a setback in your career, finding solace in a quiet evening walk, or sharing small acts of kindness with strangers, faith remains the unifying thread. You are stronger than you realize. Whenever weariness makes you question your progress, remind yourself that it's precisely in the calm after the struggle that you often discover new facets of spiritual fortitude. Finally, let this message echo in your heart. You're cared for beyond your wildest imagination. There's a steady, abiding love that calls you by name. Let that call lift your spirit, encourage you to stand a little taller, and kindle a spark that warms not just you, but those around you who may be seeking hope. May you wake up each day with renewed enthusiasm for all that life can hold, and may you rest each night knowing you are never truly alone. Stay inspired, stay open, and keep shining. Your story is far from over. And if you ever find yourself in doubt, simply listen to the quiet voice inside, reminding you that you belong, you matter, and you are loved, always. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this message, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.